Welcome back to Tale of Two Towns. Currently we're recording this on Valentine's Day, which is lucky because special romantic stuff is going to happen in this video. Including me finally figuring out what to do with the bouquet thing in the back.
Just stick them in a basket.
Well, it says it's for flowers. It doesn't specify that you can only put bouquets. I feel kind of surprised when games put shark fin soup in there.
Yeah, congratulations, you know how to cook a crime.
Congratulations, you contribute to endangered species.
Yeah. One horrifying fact I learned is, like, they don't kill the sharks, they just take their fins and then drop them back in the water without any fins.
Jesus. That's about as crude as making a cheesecake in this game. You just rub cheese on a cake.
Not sure that's how it works.
I'm sure ice cream takes more than just a black egg.
Yeah. Ice cream made with black eggs is probably a no-go for me.
Well, it reminds me of those Chinese delicacy eggs, which are just eggs that are rotting.
Yeah, 1,000-year eggs. And they're just horrifying.
We need some cheerful music to get away from that. Yay, we've got our first tree fruit.
Do cherries grow on trees?
Yeah, like, I think that's where cherry blossoms come from.
Oh, that would make sense.
I could be completely wrong. But let's ignore that, because we're finally proposing to Cam. Some of the bachelors will propose to you under certain circumstances, but Cam won't. I have to initiate it. As is the case with most Harvest Moon games, you give them a blue feather instead of, like, an engagement ring. No game ever really put a cultural reason for why it's a feather. I feel like the closest was Magical Melody. There's actually a bird that drops a blue feather on top of the mountain, and you have to climb up to get the feather, which is at least some grand romantic gesture.
Yeah. As opposed to, here's a feather, let's get hitched.
Here's a feather, I tickle you, now love me. Oh my, you're getting married!
So excited. We literally just decided.
Yeah.
We couldn't possibly tell you any sooner.
If we told you sooner, it was before I asked. How much did you want to know about our relationship? That's private. It's like when my mom got mad at me that when I first asked Olivia to be my girlfriend, and then I posted on Facebook that we're a couple, and she was like, she called me into her office and said, you know, you need to tell me first. I was like, no, I fucking don't. Like, not in an angry way, but sort of like, you just tell your mom these things. No, I don't fucking have to.
Huh.
I'm still bitter about that.
It's okay. She means well. She probably just wanted to make sure I wasn't like some maniac.
Which tends to be the people that I associate with in my life.
Excuse you, Travis is completely sane.
I like how you specified him.
I love you, Travis, I'm sorry.
Travis isn't gonna kill everyone that he knows. But now that we're engaged, there's not a whole lot of planning that goes on, we just have to wait a week before the marriage.
Oh, for half a second I thought you were talking about us. I'm like, oh yeah, game.
Yeah.
Tea leaves. leaves.
Still can't do anything with them.
Oh, but I want them.
The trees in this game only produce fruit every couple of days. And it takes a long time for them to bloom and even start giving up fruit. So, know when to stockpile.
Mm-hmm.
But it's time for a Jersey cow, so I can start making my own Jersey milk.
Boom point 2.
Yep, because I had to sell my cow Boom in order to free up space for her.
Goodbye, Boom, we hardly cared.
What's extra funny is in our Dungeons & Dragons game we got going on, Olivia's friend Kaylee has a pet badger named Boom.
And everyone loves him.
And I sold him for a replacement.
You monster. Well, that's probably what's gonna happen if Boom dies for real in D&D. We'll just get another badger named Boom the Second.
Boom again.
Boomageddon.
Mimosa salad is a really cheap way to get a lot of money in Story of Seasons. And, I think, A New Beginning. Because it's like just one vegetable and an egg.
What's a mimosa?
Mimosa's a drink. I think an alcoholic drink, and I love the name of that. Bibimbap. But I don't know what a mimosa salad is. It's like vegetables with an egg cracked over it. At least that's what it looks like.
Since you said it was an alcoholic drink, it just makes me think you just soak these leaves in liquor and then you just get wasted off salad.
That's the vinaigrette.
Yeah.
I thought the kid was just gonna go flying into the sky.
Why is she so excited over cows?
Because they're cute cows. And that's her brother. And her shtick is she loves her brother.
I have no other defining characteristic.
We've never heard of this person. I wonder who's gonna lose. So this is the same story as all the other animal festivals. I mean, I am entering a cow who has full hearts, so I'm guaranteed to win. The animal festivals get a little more difficult as every year goes on. It's like how we find higher star-rated items out in the overworld. Generally, you need a greater heart rating, like 1 heart more or so, than what you were able to win with in the first year. And go figure, I won.
Who could have guessed?
That cow does not produce gold milk very often at all.
You just whisper into the cow's ear after winning, "This is your only use."
This is why I didn't sell you. Damn. Whatever.
You tried. It was a valiant effort. Tea.
There's a lot of different kinds of tea.
I want all of them.
So there's actually 2 different ways you can get fruit out of a tree. You can actually jump up and grab it right out of the branches, or you can shake the tree for it to come down. Both are effective. Jumping and grabbing it is faster, though.
And then just demolish it.
Yep, well I've got all the cherries that I really need right now. And I want to plant a new type of tree for later. This is what the alchemist does. You bring her a bunch of different items. If you can recognize some of these items, you can tell they're expensive and rare. It's very unlikely you're going to get them all together.
Alpaca.
They do different things. Fertilizer improves your ability to grow crops. There are animal helpers, which when you use them, improves your friendship with animals. And there are some that improves your friendship with the wild animals as well. So there's cool stuff there, but it's very unlikely you're going to actually get them.
There's a love potion that makes alpacas your best friend.
How do you not want that?
I know. If I had the money for it, I would have 1,000,000 of those giant alpaca plushies. But I am a poor, poor child.
If you had the money, I think you'd have like 1,000,000 real alpacas.
Yes! That's what we're gonna do. Once you move up here, we're gonna start an alpaca farm.
Might be more profitable than Let's Plays. It's wedding day! Literally only a week after I proposed to him, which is why we haven't even bothered dressing. And there's not a lot of frills for the marriage. We're simple mountain village people.
Yeah.
Which I imagine as being a disco group in flannel. That... Maybe we should get a different priest.
Yeah. Maybe one we actually know.
And once you get married, the credits roll.
As you do.
Which tends to happen most Harvest Moons. It's not the end of the game per se, but it's a significant chapter closing.
Yeah, otherwise they'd probably have no point to roll the credits.
Well, in this game they do, because we still haven't brought the two villages together yet.
Didn't you know marriage is the end of life?
That's how it was in Harvest Moon Game Boy Color 3. It was the first game where you could play as a girl, and you had the option. Like, it's also one of the few Harvest Moon games where both male and female protagonists worked on the farm together. If you played as the girl and married the other male protagonist, the game immediately ended. And that always bothered me in Harvest Moon 64, how once you got married, the girl never continued her job.
Yeah.
She just moved in at your house and helped you out.
That kind of happens in Rune Factory 2, at least. Whatever your wife was doing before you guys got married, she just stays in the house and raises the kid afterwards. It was...
You will call me that? No, you'll just keep calling me my name. I was tempted, though. I love you, Dio. Musical note, not a heart. Musical note.
This is what you get for marrying a mute.
So when you get married, you'll see your husband hanging out around your house. He does keep working at the flower shop, so you might see him early in the morning, but once it gets closer to when his shop opens, you'll actually see him walking out to the flower shop.
I do like that.
Yeah, and when it's Monday, he also will not be in the town at all, so that also stays consistent.
People have lives outside their significant others. Fancy that.
We've got a new type of request. Help wanted are mini-game requests, you could say. We go and talk to the person, and then they'll bring you to their little farm. Since Mako runs the orchard, he needs our help harvesting the fruits.
It's kind of hilarious. You were jumping up behind him. It looked like you were trying to give him a piggyback, and he was just ignoring you.
These requests aren't difficult, but you do get bonus rewards by doing them really quickly.
Is there like a timer?
Sort of. Basically, you just look at the bottom screen and follow the time.
Ah.
If you do that one really quickly, I think, in under 10 seconds, maybe even under 5. Which is, it's tight, but you can manage it. He'll give you his main reward, and then he'll say, "Oh, and I have a special one!"
Oh no. The heart emoji just makes it a bit creepy.
So our main reward is a copy tree seed. Rewards vary depending on the request and the person, which is probably redundant to say by this point. At the very least, you usually get rare stuff from these requests. The help wanted requests don't show up until you become, I think, around 2 flowers worth of friendship with them.
Ah.
And they only start showing up in the 2nd year.
Are you up? I don't care. I'm coming in anyway.
But it's time to say goodbye to a character I never talked to.
Oh yeah, when he was walking, he was like, "Who is this?" And then I saw his name, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Mikhail."
He's leaving because he doesn't like the bugs in summer.
Does he always leave?
Yes.
It's not like if you have a certain amount of friendship with him, he'll stay.
I think he only stays if you marry him.
Ah.
But yeah, he will always leave in spring, but he'll always come back in fall.
He's one of those people.
Cam's a pretty cute husband.
I could say something corny, but I probably shouldn't.
So I finally realized that I can get a better horse, and then I won't be dragging this heavy-ass cart around. The horses technically count as pets, but if you use the stethoscope on your pets, it'll tell you if they see you as a stranger, as the person who just feeds them, or as their owner. The horses will always see you as their owner.
You named it better.
There's my horse. It's basically... They basically treat it as just a brown version of your regular horse. So now it's not slowing me down at all. It's like I didn't even trade in Tangri, I just threw brown paint on him.
And it made him stronger.
He is better horse, though. There's an example of Cam coming home from work.
Oh, a little umbrella.
Even though he's at the house now, he is like, "Oh, you came to pick me up from work?" Didn't you ask that exact question?
Yeah, basically. Dear, I've been meaning to ask, why do you have an owl?
Why wouldn't I? But that was the 2nd spring. Very quick. The following seasons are only going to get quicker. In the next video, some cool things are going to happen. I'm finally going to collect the last of the colored Wonderfuls.
Does something wonderful happen?
There's a change up, at least. For the most part, next part is going to be cleaning up some of the things that I couldn't do in the first year, because Rutger only gives you the fishing rod in the first summer, and you have to make him give you the master rod.
Make him give you it.
But we'll see you then.